Once upon a time, in a small town, there was a big school event. Kids were putting on a show, acting with all their hearts on stage. However, hidden from all the clapping, someone sneaky was up to no good backstage. They were secretly adding something to the water. And just like that, a fun day turned into a nightmare. Right after drinking the water, the kids became extremely sick, vomiting everywhere. Their big moment was ruined, and they had to be rushed to the hospital quickly. Now, everyone quickly blamed the teacher who was supposed to look after the event. But the real culprit? That was Shelby. But why would she do something like that? Let's delve into her story. Shelby had just moved to town with her dad. They were escaping a big sadness that loomed over them like a dark cloud. The loss of Shelby's mom to cancer. Shelby was the quiet type, someone who kept to herself and didn't let others know how she felt. Her dad was worried. He thought moving to a new city might help Shelby feel better. He hoped that meeting new people and seeing new places might make her happier. But things didn't go as planned. Shelby found it difficult to make friends. And at her new school, things got even worse. Some kids, thinking they were being humorous, started picking on her. Shelby, unable to maintain her composure, snapped and got into trouble. Kicked out of class, Shelby felt alone and misunderstood. The teacher, however, saw things a little differently. He knew Shelby was going through a lot. And even though he didn't agree with how she reacted, he also thought the other kids were to blame. Calling Shelby to his office, he tried to offer some advice. "Life's going to throw all kinds of stuff at you," he said, "but you've got to stay strong. Don't let the hard times get you down." Shelby really wanted to be strong, but leaving the meeting, those same kids started bothering her again. Feeling overwhelmed and trapped, she ran all the way home, feeling very angry and sad. Her dad, attempting to cheer her up, looked at old pictures with her, but instead of smiling, Shelby became upset, overwhelmed by her emotions. She couldn't understand why making friends and fitting in was so difficult. Like trying to solve a puzzle with missing pieces. She didn't stand out in groups or feel comfortable around people she didn't know. Making friends was something she just couldn't grasp, as distant as a star in the sky. Alone, Shelby found comfort in a YouTube channel, a bright spot in her solitary life. It was run by a girl who, despite her challenges, had a large following. These were people from various backgrounds, each dealing with their own issues. Some struggled to fit in, some battled mental health issues, and others faced physical disabilities. They found inspiration in her, seeing their own struggles reflected in hers. Shelby felt at home with this online community, a place where no one judged her. Out of the blue, Shelby received a message from someone in the group, a girl who called herself Bestie. The video call that followed was new and intimidating for Shelby. Seeing Bestie's face on the screen was something Shelby had never experienced before. It shocked her, but she was more curious than afraid. Even though Shelby knew little about Bestie, they quickly became friends, which was special for Shelby. Bestie encouraged Shelby to change. With her friend's encouragement, Shelby altered her appearance with a new hairstyle and makeup, steps toward feeling more confident. When school bullies tried to bother her again, Shelby didn't back down, surprising herself with her newfound bravery. It felt like a significant victory, all thanks to Bestie's encouragement. Riding the wave of this transformation, Shelby began to take Bestie's advice without question, mistaking control for guidance. Bestie, noticing how receptive Shelby was, started daring her to confront her fears. The first task was to take something significant from her dad, a coffee mug that had belonged to her mom. Under Bestie's influence, Shelby complied. The next day, Bestie challenged her to do something even worse, break the mug. Despite the pain it caused her, Shelby followed through. As Shelby communicated more with Bestie, it became apparent that Bestie could easily influence her. Shelby believed she was becoming braver by doing the daring acts her online friend, Bestie, suggested. But these weren't merely daring acts. They were small misdeeds. Bestie, who loved adventure but was confined to her house, had Shelby throw eggs at houses at night and steal items from stores. Unknowingly, Shelby started down a dangerous path, drifting away from her dad and losing sight of right and wrong. Bestie had a significant influence on her. She even convinced Shelby to sabotage a school play, leading to the chaos described earlier. Shelby, proud of her actions and eager to share with Bestie, failed to recognize the real danger of her deeds. Following another of Bestie's bad suggestions, Shelby dressed up as the deceased daughter of her music teacher for Halloween, shocking and deeply upsetting everyone with her cruel joke. The aftermath was severe. Her dad, attempting to teach her a lesson, locked her in the basement. Shelby, feeling imprisoned, sought Bestie's help, but Bestie cornered her. Bestie's suggestion for Shelby to break her own hand to escape was the final straw. Shelby realized Bestie wasn't a friend, but someone exploiting her for her own twisted amusement. Shelby decided to turn her life around. She repaired her mom's coffee mug as an apology to her dad and sought forgiveness from her music teacher. she began a new friendship with a boy named River, who was shy like her and enjoyed the same YouTube channel. Just as Shelby was starting anew, she received a threatening message about exposing her involvement in the school play incident. Shelby found herself in a difficult position, striving to keep a secret concealed. The message she received led her directly to River, a friend who proved he wasn't the one threatening her. Instead, he understood her situation and shared his own challenging experiences. River had undergone surgeries in his youth that made him stand out and, like Shelby, a target for bullies. As Shelby and River grew closer, Shelby realized she had a true friend in him, someone who supported her unconditionally. River's support was invaluable to Shelby, even assisting her in gaining admission to a prestigious school in another city. Before Shelby embarked on this new chapter of her life, River took her to a secluded house by the river. A gesture that started sweetly but quickly became terrifying. The house, eerily similar to the background from Bestie's video calls, alarmed Shelby. When a mysterious figure appeared, what was meant to be a farewell turned into a horror. River, the friend she trusted, betrayed her in an unexpected manner, all orchestrated by Bestie. Bestie, who reveled in the suffering of others, manipulated Shelby and River to execute her malevolent schemes. By exploiting their vulnerabilities, Bestie controlled everything from behind the scenes, orchestrating a lethal trap. Shelby's attempts to escape Bestie's toxic influence only incited Bestie's wrath, culminating in a tragic conclusion that implicated River. This tale, laden with deceit and manipulation, highlights the frightening reality of friendships gone terribly awry. It serves as a caution about the hidden dangers online and the ease with which trust can be exploited by those harboring malevolent intentions.